Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Please subscribe and keep watching more details. RHOBH star Erika Jayne's ex-husband Tom Girardi sentenced to prison in shocking turn of events. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is known for its drama, and the latest involving Erika Jayne's ex Tom Girardi finally has a conclusion that shockingly will result in a prison sentence. Tom's ongoing legal battle has been unfolding over the past several years, which resulted in a guilty conviction in 2024. Charges were brought against him after he was accused of stealing money from clients that were part of their settlements. Erika was initially wrapped up in Tom's woes after she was accused of knowing about Tom's crimes, but all accusations against her were later removed. According to NBC News, Judge Josephine L. Staten sentenced Tom to 7 years behind bars. Erika's ex will also have to fork over restitution money to the victims of his crimes, to the tune of $2.3 million. In a statement, the U.S. Attorney's Office for the Central District of California said, Girardi sent lulling communications to the defrauded clients that, among other things, falsely denied that the settlement proceeds had been paid and falsely claimed that Girardi Keys could not pay the settlement proceeds to clients until certain purported requirements had been met. Even though a prison sentence was always a possibility for Tom, it still came as somewhat of a surprise. During the trial, Tom's Alzheimer's diagnosis was a point of contention because his lawyer tried using that health condition as a way to stop the case from continuing. Unfortunately for them, the judge didn't buy it and the trial proceeded as usual. Tom is currently 86 years old, which means he would be 93 if he were to serve the entire prison sentence. Erika hasn't been completely absent from the situation, even after she was cleared of any wrongdoing. 5 years ago, Erika filed paperwork to begin divorce proceedings against Tom. The cause was reportedly due to her ex's physical and mental conditions, though the filing came about in the wake of Tom's legal drama. Tom shockingly received a sentence of 7 years in prison, instead of being sent to a facility to help with his physical and mental conditions. Due to his age and deteriorating health, it seemed like the latter option was more likely. Since that didn't happen, it appears that his health and age did not factor into the judge's decision-making process when determining a sentence. The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills Season 14 just ended in April. Assuming Erika remains a cast member, it'll be interesting to see if the Bravo series shows her reaction to Tom's prison sentence. Tom has appeared on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, so viewers will definitely be interested in finding out the latest directly from Tom's ex and to get reactions from the other cast members. In a dramatic turn of events, Tom Girardi, the once celebrated attorney and former husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne, has been sentenced to over 7 years in federal prison for embezzling millions from his clients. The 86-year-old Girardi was convicted on 4 counts of wire fraud, marking a significant fall from grace for a man who once gained national prominence for his role in the landmark Pacific Gas and Electric case, which inspired the film Erin Brockovich. Girardi's legal career was once the epitome of success. He founded the prestigious law firm Girardi Keys in Los Angeles, representing clients in high-profile cases and securing substantial settlements. His most notable achievement was the $333 million settlement in the PG&E case, which brought him widespread acclaim and recognition. His appearances on The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, alongside his then-wife, Erika Jayne, further cemented his status in the public eye. However, beneath the polished exterior, Girardi's legal empire was crumbling. Between 2010 and 2020, he diverted at least $15 million in settlement funds intended for clients, including victims of the 2018 Lion Air crash. Instead of dispersing these funds, Girardi used them to finance a lavish lifestyle, including private jet travel, luxury cars, and exclusive memberships. His fraudulent activities were uncovered when clients began to question the delays in receiving their settlements. Girardi falsely claimed that legal hurdles were causing the delays, while in reality, he was misappropriating the funds for personal gain. The evidence presented in court, including fabricated communications and financial records, painted a picture of a man who had exploited the trust of vulnerable clients for over a decade. Despite his defense team citing Girardi's diagnosis of dementia and Alzheimer's disease, U.S. District Judge Josephine L. Stanton ruled him competent to stand trial. In August 2024, Girardi was found guilty on 4 counts of wire fraud. At his sentencing on June 3, 2025, he was ordered to serve 87 months in federal prison, pay a $35,000 fine, and make restitution of over $2.3 million to the victims. The prosecution described Girardi as a Robin Hood in reverse, stealing from the needy to support a lavish Hollywood lifestyle. Assistant U.S. Attorney Ali Moghadez stated that Girardi lured in victims by falsely portraying himself as a champion of justice, only to betray their trust for personal gain. Erika Jayne, who married Girardi in 2000, filed for divorce in 2020 amid growing allegations of his financial misconduct. She has consistently denied any knowledge of her husband's fraudulent activities. In court, it was revealed that Girardi had used funds from his law firm to finance Jayne's entertainment company, EJ Global, which produced her music and funded her extravagant lifestyle. While Jayne has not been charged with any crimes, her association with Girardi has kept her in the public eye. She has faced public scrutiny and legal challenges, including lawsuits alleging that she benefited from the stolen funds. However, as of now, she has not been held legally responsible for her husband's actions. Girardi's conviction has sent shockwaves through the legal community and the entertainment industry. It serves as a stark reminder of the potential for abuse of power and the importance of accountability. The case has also highlighted the vulnerabilities of clients who place their trust in legal professionals, only to be betrayed by those they believed were advocating for their best interests. The fallout from Girardi's actions continues to unfold. His law firm, Girardi Keese, was forced into involuntary bankruptcy in 2020, and his former chief financial officer, Christopher Kamen, has pleaded guilty to related charges and received a sentence exceeding 10 years. Additionally, Girardi's son-in-law, David Lira, faces trial in Chicago for charges related to the misappropriation of funds from the 2018 Lion Air crash victims. As Girardi begins his prison sentence, the legal and entertainment communities are left to grapple with the repercussions of his actions. The case underscores the need for vigilance and integrity within the legal profession and serves as a cautionary tale about the potential for abuse of power. For Erika Jayne, the journey ahead remains uncertain as she navigates the aftermath of her former husband's criminal activities. Tom Girardi's story is one of rise, fall, and the quest for redemption. It serves as a poignant reminder that even those who once held the highest regard can fall from grace, and that justice, though delayed, can ultimately prevail. In a dramatic turn of events, Tom Girardi, the once celebrated attorney and estranged husband of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne, has been sentenced to 7 years and 3 months in federal prison for orchestrating a massive wire fraud scheme. The sentencing, delivered on his 86th birthday, marks a significant fall from grace for the former legal powerhouse. Girardi's legal career was once illustrious, highlighted by his role in the landmark Pacific Gas and Electric case that inspired the film Erin Brockovich. However, his reputation has been irreparably damaged by his conviction on 4 counts of wire fraud. Between 2010 and 2020, Girardi embezzled over $15 million from his clients, including victims of severe accidents and families of those killed in disasters. The funds, intended for settlement payouts, were diverted to support Girardi's lavish lifestyle, including private jet travel, luxury cars, and expenses related to his ex-wife's entertainment company, EJ Global. Despite his defense team's claims of late-onset Alzheimer's and dementia, the court deemed Girardi competent to stand trial. Prosecutors painted a picture of a man who exploited vulnerable clients, portraying him as a Robin Hood in reverse, who stole from the needy to fund his opulent lifestyle. Girardi was disbarred in 2022, and his law firm, Girardi & Keese, was forced into involuntary bankruptcy in 2020 due to mounting legal issues. Erika Jayne, who filed for divorce from Girardi in 2020 after 21 years of marriage, has expressed shock over the downfall of her former husband. While she was not implicated in the fraudulent activities, her association with Girardi has drawn public scrutiny. The couple, who have no children together, were often seen as a glamorous pair on the reality show, but the legal troubles have overshadowed their public image. The case has highlighted significant issues within the legal profession, including the mismanagement of client funds and the failure of regulatory bodies to prevent such misconduct. Investigations revealed that some complaints against Girardi were improperly handled, with conflicts of interest among certain state bar employees. This has led to calls for reform and greater accountability within the legal system. As Girardi begins his prison sentence, the legal community and the public remain attentive to the broader implications of this case. It serves as a stark reminder of the potential for abuse of power and the importance of vigilance in ensuring justice is served. The fallout from Girardi's actions continues to reverberate, affecting not only his victims but also the integrity of the legal profession as a whole. In a dramatic turn of events, Tom Girardi, the once celebrated attorney and former spouse of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Erika Jayne, has been sentenced to over 7 years in federal prison for orchestrating a massive wire fraud scheme that defrauded clients of millions of dollars. The sentencing, which took place on June 3, 2025, coincided with Girardi's 86th birthday, marking a poignant end to his illustrious yet controversial career. Girardi, who gained national prominence for his role in the landmark Pacific Gas and Electric case that inspired the film Erin Brockovich, was convicted in August 2024 on 4 counts of wire fraud. Prosecutors revealed that between 2010 and 2020, Girardi embezzled at least $15 million from clients, including victims of severe accidents and families affected by the 2018 Lion Air crash. The funds were intended for medical treatments and other essential needs, but were diverted to support Girardi's lavish lifestyle. The court heard harrowing testimonies from victims who had placed their trust in Girardi, only to have their settlements stolen. One victim, Joe Rugums, who suffered severe burns from a gas line explosion, was among those who testified about the betrayal. In court, prosecutors likened Girardi's operations at his firm, Girardi Keys, to a Ponzi scheme, systematically exploiting vulnerable clients for personal gain. Despite Girardi's defense team presenting claims of late-onset Alzheimer's and dementia, U.S. District Judge Josephine Staten ruled him competent to stand trial. The sentencing included 87 months in federal prison, a $35,000 fine, and over $2.3 million in restitution to the victims. Girardi is scheduled to surrender for incarceration on July 17, 2025. Additionally, Girardi faces federal wire fraud charges in Chicago, where he is accused of stealing about $3 million from family members of victims of the 2018 Lion Air crash. However, these charges were dismissed due to his California sentencing. His son-in-law, David Lira, still faces trial in Chicago for related charges. Erika Jayne, who filed for divorce from Girardi in 2020 after 21 years of marriage, expressed shock over the downfall of her former husband. In a statement, she described it as a tragic end to a once-respected career. While Jayne has not been criminally implicated, reports indicate that $25 million of the misappropriated funds reportedly benefited her company, EJ Global. Girardi's conviction serves as a stark reminder of the potential for abuse within the legal profession. Once hailed as a champion for justice, his actions have left a trail of devastation among those who trusted him. The case has sparked discussions about the need for stricter oversight and accountability within legal practices to prevent similar abuses in the future. As Girardi prepares to begin his prison sentence, the legal community and public alike are left to reflect on the rise and fall of a man who once stood at the pinnacle of legal success, but now faces the consequences of his actions.